Welcome, Earth Angel Aura here at 1111. Thanks so much for tuning in. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Thank you so much. So without further ado, I want to just delve in a little bit into why this twin souls journey is a journey to unconditional love. True love of twin souls doesn't get old. I am a passionate spiritual advisor when it comes to twin souls. In addition to that, I would like to express to you the importance of paying very close attention to what I'm saying here, because this is going to help you on your journey. Most people try to romanticize the concept of finding true love. Okay, true love is typically modeled after what people see in films, what people see in cartoons, okay? But even in those depictions in the media, there is a lot of chaotic situations that occur. But in people's minds, somehow they think that when they meet their twin soul or twin flame, that it's going to be a sweep you off your feet process, which in some aspects it could be to a certain extent, but meeting your twin soul is really about meeting that mirror soul to yourself. And it's going to be a tumultuous journey. It's going to be a journey to oneness, a journey to wholeness. Furthermore, there's going to be several stages that comes with this process. You're going to possibly go through a honeymoon phase. You can go through the love bubble phase. You could also go through a phase of separation. Many twin souls go through several separations throughout the duration of their lifetime when it comes to their twin soul. But there's always that invisible core, that magnetism that draws each other back together again. Typically, when there is separation, that is a time for individuation. Individuation, by definition, means that you are separate. You're focusing on your individual struggles, traumas, things that you need to take care of. And when you are together with your divine complement, whether that's the masculine or feminine, typically there's things that come up within the relationship and is mirrored to each other, so that you're able to see yourself clearly, so that you're able to correct the things that need to be corrected. So as I get further into this, I want you to understand that we are much more inclined on the concept of soulmates. People typically talk about soulmates, but I like to refer to twin souls because that is my experience, okay? And I can only speak from my own experience. So when it comes to the twin flame, it is a very, very intense connection. One thing for sure I would like to say is that when you meet your twin soul or twin flame, it is gonna feel surreal. It's like you cross paths at a time where you may be experiencing being rock bottom, and it's almost as if God, and I believe it's as if God has sent this person at the right time in your life. It is like divine intervention happening, and it usually will feel like literally like a lot of deja vu, like you met this person before. And there could be some truth to that, because you may have had a soul connection, a twin soul connection in past lives. Furthermore, I just want to warn you that if you're in this mission, you'll know it because, and as I say mission, because it's much more deeper, it's much more vast than just the connection between you and your divine complement. Yes, it is about the love, it is about the connection with your divine masculine, but it is to help elevate the consciousness of humanity, because the two of you separate are a light in itself. You both may be not only attractive from a physical standpoint, but your energy could be very attractive. You have a lot of great qualities about yourself. And so you come together as this ultimate spiritual power couple in order to bring more healing and more sacred symbiosis to the world. Meaning, when people come in contact with you all, there is a major change and catalyst that happens within them based on the energy that you both embody. And in addition to that energy you you both embody, you both can nurture your gifts that you individually have. And so this is why there can be a lot of opposition in the form of spiritual warfare, in the form of jealousy from others, sabotage. All these things seem to come against twin souls connection because on a much deeper level, the enemy in the form of demonic forces do not want to see that type of healing spread out to the masses. There's great spiritual work to be done when it comes to the connection of the twin souls. All right, so again, this is just my opinion from my years being in a twin souls connection. So I want to also share a few more things. So in this process, it may seem like a double-edged sword because although there's things that may come up within the connection in the form of disrespect, betrayals, losses, grief, a lot of these things come up and you just can't seem to separate yourself completely from this person. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that it is a true soul connection. It's much deeper than any traditional relationship. And you have to understand that there's people that are not going to comprehend or understand the levity of this soul connection. So therefore, it's important to find or search for like-minded people that are aware of the twin souls journey. Like myself, I will have other resources available here so that you can benefit from going on this journey and not allow yourself to keep running into issues, because typically within the twin souls connection, there being as it may that you both have this intense intuition about each other, you literally mirror each other. There is a lot of triggering that happens within the twin souls connection. So at times that may be something very beautiful when things are going well, but if there's unresolved issues, you both are designed from a soul level to bring out the best in each other. And unfortunately, that also may bring out the worst. So if there's something that is unresolved, it's going to show up in one or the other. And so this is something like a double-edged sword. As I mentioned, you can't seem to unlove this person. And the risk that people run into when they think that they will possibly entertain another connection, but then they still have this agonizing longing for their twin soul. And so this can cause more shadow work. This can cause more separation and individuation, runner and chaser dynamic, when you begin to think that you can somehow get under another to get over your twin. Is really not possible. And so in order to actually do the shadow work and to avoid creating more issues, when there is disharmony between you and your divine complement, it's best to go ahead and focus on doing your inner work, opposed to take it upon yourself to entertain connecting with other people. Okay? And what may be confusing based on what you know about other relationships is that people may wonder, like, why are you, if you run into issues of things that need to be resolved and worked on, shadow work, traumas, they may wonder, why don't you just move on? But it's not something you can simply move on, and it's people that will not understand. So it might be best to kind of withdraw and not share so much or literally anything in regard to this connection. This is something you need to really focus on, people that are aware of it, and also definitely with God. All right, it's going to definitely take a spiritual connection to the Most High in order to really endure during this process. And I'm telling you, as someone that has been in a very long twin souls connection over 20 plus years, and thankfully we were able to endure, and now we're in a position where we can also pass on healing work to others. And Another aspect I wanted to mention in regard to the twin souls connection is that it doesn't get old. So there is like a sense of youthfulness that is present between the divine feminine and the masculine, and it seems as if you bring that out of each other. It doesn't matter how much time passed, that connection actually becomes stronger, and especially when there is a separation phase. So understand too that these signs and synchronicities that you're picking up in regard to this connection is not from the Most High to just torture you. They're there as a reminder of how deep the connection is, and also to help you understand the importance of it. Because if it's this powerful, there's definitely power that is going to bring about change in others just witnessing this connection. And I want you to also understand that your love is greater than most people can even fathom. And so this is also why this spiritual connection is something that when you actually do the work and you actually get out of your emotions and just really work on what you need to work on, it becomes one of the most beautiful experiences that you can ever imagine. Keeping in mind that it will bring you to a point of embodying your spirituality even more. You may become even deeper connected. And even in times where your ego will be triggered in ways you cannot ever imagine, usually it's because there is ingrained patterns that need to be uprooted, and you're challenging an aspect of yourself that has been deeply embedded. It could be childhood patterns or traumas, or even just a thought process that has been permeating throughout your whole lineage. And then the twin souls come together and it causes you both to go through an integration process, because there's things about you or things about them that needs to be integrated, needs to be healed. And so your twin is your ultimate other half, and the needs that you both have will be integrated through the mirroring. So even though it may be tumultuous at times, it's important to gather yourself, allow yourself to, if you make mistakes, because it's natural, you may get in yelling matches. Hopefully it doesn't get too much worse than that. But if there needs to be a separation, although the love is so strong, you have to be able to build up the strength to walk away. And that too may be healing core wounds of abandonment, fears, rejection, different things like that. And so again, the roles may reverse at times. One twin may be stronger emotionally or spiritually than the other. And it's important that you focus on your prayer life and just really endure during the process. And again, avoid involving others in the details of your connection, because this is very much something that most people will not understand, and furthermore, it will cause further rifts. The metamorphosis that is going to take place in the form of possibly separation, individuation, is going to bring you both to a point of self-accountability. Is going to also bring you to a point of having a deeper level of compassion, not only for self but towards each other. The connection is very much, something that never gets old. Like, it becomes stronger and stronger over time. And so you have the highest outcome of growth and true reciprocity when you allow aspects of your ego to fade away, or you just really check yourself and realize that even during a process of shadow work, there's things that may be said that is of value. Okay, but the divine orchestration of the love between the two unconditionally on the higher realms keep them doing the work. So it's common very often one may be triggered to the point of abandoning the connection altogether. It does happen, and it's the most common soul-crushing experience one could ever feel, literally. But in order for you to actually abandon it, it's like you're abandoning yourself as well. So that's where some people fall short. If you want to actually live out this greatest expression of love, it's going to require you to mature spiritually, it's going to require you to actually face yourself and do the work and face those things that you really need to face within the connection. So also, what I want to leave you with today as I conclude this session is challenging your beliefs. Okay, as you are possibly in a separation phase, it's important to do that inner work, do the outer work as well. You may need to focus more so on bringing more harmony to your body, get yourself moving, doing things that help you to evolve, while your masculine or divine complement is also doing the same thing, because again, energetically, you are intertwined. There's soul resonance. It doesn't matter how logistically you are apart from each other, you both pick up on what each other are doing. So as you are healing, as you're doing the work, they too are initiated to do the same. And this is why they're called the twin souls, because you both literally mirror each other. And a lot of times you even begin to kind of look like each other. So keep in mind that this is a divine gift. Actually going through the process of healing within this connection is a major aspect of God's love here on earth. You are actually bringing my God on earth. You're bringing heaven on earth through these connections. There is going to be a greater sense of unconditional love and integrity when you actually commit to the process and not give up or involve other connections. Understand too that your divine twin soul will always love you as you love them. Okay, so understand too that your wildest dreams can actually come into reality in this lifetime if you endure and stay throughout the process. Every aspect is essential to the betterment of yourself. Okay, so just trust the process and allow yourself to be incredibly aligned to this divine experience. Also keep in mind that it is ultimately for God. Okay, this is about the betterment of the kingdom of God's children. And I just want you to know that I'm here for you in regard to all the insight I have here through my tarot. I will be sharing more channeled messages, and I'm going to devise some other resources that can help you, that you'll be able to access on your own time. Definitely putting together an ebook. So until then, I wish you well, vibe higher and thrive, happy healing, and unconditional love. Until